first date we had was at the Beatrix restaurant in Chicago. I was pleasantly surprised. She was beautiful. She was wearing a terrific pink blouse. We talked all night. We talked about everything from politics to our families, and I'd recently moved from Ohio, and so I didn't know a lot of people in Chicago at the time. So it was a great opportunity to meet somebody, and then from that moment on, we saw each other 4 to 5 times the next 2 weeks. And we quickly, we got engaged within 2 years, 3 years, maybe not fast enough for somebody. We had talked about getting married. I knew that I wanted to get engaged sometime in late summer. It took a while to get the ring that we wanted. Once I got the ring, I had to move relatively quickly. So I contacted her dad. I met with him at their home in the northern suburbs. I asked him for permission. He said yes. And then very quickly after that, I went and got 2 great bottles of wine, made reservations at a restaurant that we had gone to when we first started dating. I surprised her. I got down on one knee, and luckily she said yes. We had a great dinner, and we had drinks afterwards. And even though the process of getting married went very quickly, we had a great time. We had a fun time that night. And then before I knew it, I was married in January, less than 6 months later. Since it was such a fast process for us, we had to be quick to decide who we wanted to go with to be our officiant. And you had great reviews. It seemed very well organized. And then once we'd agreed to go forward with your services, you provide us with lots of materials that we're able to review. We also met before the ceremony, which allowed us time to get oriented into the process and to refocus and make sure that we were prepared for the ceremony. It was also a good opportunity to meet you and get comfortable with the process so that we weren't nervous on the first day.
Setting up the ceremony and planning for that was a lot of fun. The materials that we were given, it was nice to have a general guidance, but then we can pick and choose things to make it our own. We had found some poems that were meaningful to us and kind of represented us. And because we were able to meet 2 weeks beforehand or 2 or 3 weeks beforehand and get to know you guys, I think that it had a personal touch to it as well that I think everybody recognized and really thought was wonderful.
I wouldn't change anything with the wedding. It went very well from the minute we got married until we finished the night at 3:30 in the morning. I wouldn't change anything. It went so smoothly. The band was great. The venue was great. Obviously, the ceremony was fantastic. I wouldn't change anything about it. It seemed very quick to do it all in 6 months, but probably better so that it didn't last over a year. It's probably more stress. So I wouldn't change anything with the ceremony or the reception. Would you change anything?
No, not at all. I enjoyed having a shorter engagement. I think that it allowed me to basically plan all of the big pieces in about a month, and then the finer details the following months. The weekend was wonderful. Everything from having all of our out-of-town guests at our rehearsal dinner to wrapping it up on Sunday morning with coffee and goodbyes with everybody. It was a wonderful weekend.